Picture this. You've spent years choosing snacks you believe are heart healthy. A small handful of nuts here, a sprinkle over your salad there. Almonds for breakfast, a trail mix in your purse for errands. Because everyone says they're good for your heart, right? But what if I told you that some of the nuts sitting in your pantry right now, the ones you've been faithfully eating, might be quietly undoing years of your healthy choices? Not because nuts themselves are bad, but because of how they're prepared and sold. It's a sneaky kind of harm, slow, silent, and easy to miss. Until one day your blood pressure creeps up, your cholesterol numbers shift in the wrong direction, or your energy feels drained. You might even chalk it up to just getting older, when in reality, certain nuts could be overloading your heart with salt, sugar, and damaged fats every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 7 types of nuts to avoid, why they're risky, and what to choose instead to protect your heart for the years ahead. If you've ever felt frustrated by health advice that seems to change every year, you're in the right place. We dig deep, cut through the noise, and focus on what truly matters for your health after 60. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to join our community by subscribing and tell me in the comments, what's your biggest heart health concern right now? Your answers help shape the topics we explore together. Number 1. Heavily salted nuts, the silent blood pressure saboteurs. Let's start with the most obvious, and yet most overlooked, culprit: heavily salted nuts. On the surface, they seem harmless. A handful of salted peanuts while watching TV, or those big tubs of roasted and salted mixed nuts from the warehouse store. But here's the reality. The sodium content in just a small handful can rival that of a serving of potato chips. And unlike chips, nuts are nutrient-dense, so it's easy to eat far more than you realize. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to sodium. This means that what might not have affected your blood pressure in your 40s can now push it into dangerous territory in your 60s or 70s. Excess sodium draws water into your bloodstream, increasing the volume your heart has to pump. Over time, this strains blood vessel walls, stiffens arteries, and makes your heart work harder with every beat. Imagine sitting down for your afternoon snack thinking you're doing something good for your heart, only to unknowingly give it an extra workload that lasts for hours. For someone already managing hypertension, that's like adding a few bricks to an already heavy backpack you're carrying every single day. The fix isn't to avoid nuts altogether, but to choose varieties without added salt or to roast them yourself at home. If you love that savory flavor, try sprinkling a small pinch of sea salt just before eating, rather than buying pre-salted versions where every nut is coated. You get the taste you crave without the overload. Your heart will thank you for it, and your taste buds will adjust faster than you think. In just a couple of weeks, you may even find that the overly salted store-bought kind tastes far too strong. Number 2. Sugar-coated and candied nuts, dessert disguised as health food. Now, let's move from salty to sweet, sugar-coated and candied nuts. You've probably seen them: glossy almonds coated in a golden shell of sugar, pecans glistening under a glaze, or even walnuts dusted with cinnamon and crystallized sweetness. They often show up in holiday gift baskets, bakery displays, and even so-called healthy snack mixes. But make no mistake, these are desserts in disguise. When sugar coats a nut, it turns a heart-friendly food into a blood sugar roller coaster. For seniors, this is especially risky. Our bodies become less efficient at handling glucose with age, and spikes in blood sugar can lead to inflammation, oxidative stress, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, all of which put extra strain on your heart. The danger here isn't just in the immediate sugar spike. Over time, frequent sugar surges damage the delicate lining of blood vessels, making it easier for cholesterol to build up and form dangerous plaques. This can narrow arteries and set the stage for heart attacks or strokes. Picture this. You're at a family gathering, and someone offers you a small bowl of candied pecans. You think it's just a few, and nuts are healthy. But those few bites can pack the same sugar punch as a cookie or slice of cake. And because the sweetness masks the natural satiety of nuts, you might eat far more than you intended. The good news? You can still enjoy a hint of sweetness without the harm. Lightly toasting plain nuts at home and tossing them with a sprinkle of cinnamon or a touch of vanilla can create a naturally sweet flavor without flooding your bloodstream with sugar. By making this one switch, you're not only protecting your heart, but also helping your body maintain steadier energy throughout the day, without the crash that often follows sugary snacks. Up next, we'll talk about a nut preparation that sounds comforting and wholesome, but hides a sticky truth that can be just as harmful as candy. Number 3. Honey roasted nuts, the sticky illusion of natural sweetness. Honey roasted nuts have a way of sounding wholesome. After all, honey is natural, right? You might picture golden fields, bees buzzing, and a drizzle of pure sweetness over a healthy handful of almonds or cashews. But the truth is far less romantic. Commercial honey-roasted nuts are rarely just honey and nuts. The coating usually contains sugar, corn syrup, and sometimes even hydrogenated oils to make the glaze stick and stay crunchy. That means you're not just getting a touch of natural sweetness. You're getting a concentrated dose of added sugars and fats that your body doesn't need, especially if heart health is a priority. Here's the problem. The honey label tricks our brains into thinking it's a healthier choice. But in your bloodstream, that sugar behaves just like the refined kind. It spikes your blood sugar, triggers insulin release, and, over time, fuels inflammation and plaque buildup in arteries. Imagine settling into your favorite chair with a small dish of honey-roasted peanuts while you watch TV. You tell yourself it's better than a candy bar, and in some ways, it might be, but the sugar load and added oils are still forcing your heart and blood vessels to work overtime. The natural marketing doesn't change the physiological reality. The fix is simple. If you love the flavor of honey and nuts together, make your own. Lightly toast raw nuts in the oven, then drizzle with a teaspoon of real honey and toss while still warm. The light coating gives you flavor without drowning the nuts in sugar and oils. You'll also have full control over the portion size and ingredients. Small swaps like this don't just protect your arteries. They retrain your palate to enjoy less sweet foods, making it easier to avoid heart-harming snacks in the future. Next, we'll look at a type of nut preparation that's all about the oil and why the kind of oil used matters more than most people realize. Number 4. Nuts roasted in inflammatory oils, the hidden fat trap. Many people assume that if a food is plant-based, it must be good for you. But when it comes to nuts, how they're roasted can completely change their health impact, especially for your heart. Most commercially roasted nuts aren't toasted in their own natural oils. Instead, they're cooked in added oils like canola, soybean, sunflower, or even partially hydrogenated oils. While these may seem harmless, many of them are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when eaten in excess, can tip the body's balance toward chronic inflammation. And inflammation is one of the key drivers of heart disease. Worse still, these oils are often refined and heated to high temperatures during roasting. That combination can cause the fats to oxidize, creating harmful compounds that damage cells, irritate blood vessels, and accelerate the aging process of arteries. Picture this. You grab a bag of roasted almonds from the store, thinking you're making a heart-smart choice. But hidden in the fine print on the ingredients list is canola or soybean oil. Each handful delivers not just the natural fats from the nuts, which are healthy, but also a layer of processed oil your body never asked for. Over time, those extra, oxidized fats can add up, quietly sabotaging your heart health. The solution? Choose raw or dry roasted nuts with no added oils. Dry roasting uses only heat, not liquid oils, to bring out flavor and crunch. If you enjoy a richer taste, you can toss raw nuts in a small amount of extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil at home before lightly toasting them. These oils are more stable and provide heart protective compounds, turning your snack into something truly nourishing. By making this switch, you're removing one of the sneakiest sources of inflammatory fats from your diet and giving your heart one less battle to fight every day. Coming up next, we'll uncover a danger that has nothing to do with added flavors or oils and everything to do with freshness. Number 5. Rancid or stale nuts from bulk bins. The oxidation danger you can't see. Nuts are rich in healthy fats, but those fats are delicate. Over time, and especially when exposed to air, heat, or light, they can oxidize. This process turns the fats rancid, creating harmful compounds that don't just taste bad, they can actively damage your health. Bulk bins, with their constant exposure to oxygen and fluctuating store temperatures, are a perfect environment for this to happen. Even if the nuts look fine, their oils may already be breaking down, producing free radicals that stress your cells and inflame your blood vessels. For your heart, that's like adding a constant drip of irritant into the system. Tiny, daily damage that accumulates over time. Here's the tricky part. Rancid nuts don't always smell strongly bad at first. The off taste can be subtle, especially if you're used to the flavor. Some people describe it as stale or paint-like, but others barely notice. Yet your body notices and responds with low-level inflammation every time you eat them. Imagine buying a scoop of walnuts from a bulk bin, thinking you're saving money and avoiding packaging waste. You toss them into your morning oatmeal, not realizing they've been sitting there for weeks, slowly degrading. You get none of the full benefits of their natural antioxidants, and instead, you're eating oxidized fats that work against your heart health. The fix is straightforward. Buy nuts in sealed packaging with a visible best by date and store them properly at home. Keep them in airtight containers, ideally in the fridge or freezer, where the cooler temperatures slow down oxidation. This is especially important for walnuts, pecans, and pine nuts, which have higher levels of delicate fats. By choosing freshness over convenience, you protect the very reason you eat nuts in the first place, their heart-loving nutrients, and avoid turning a good habit into an unintentional health risk. Next, we'll look at a nut mix that combines multiple dangers into one bag, making it one of the worst offenders for seniors who care about their hearts. Number 6. Trail mix is loaded with sweets and oils, a heart hazard in disguise. Trail mix has long been marketed as the perfect energy snack, a convenient, grab-and-go option for hiking, traveling, or just keeping your energy steady between meals. But many commercial trail mixes are more like candy in disguise, especially for seniors who need to be mindful of their heart health. A typical store-bought mix often combines several of the dangers we've already discussed. Salted nuts roasted in inflammatory oils, sugar-coated or honey-roasted varieties, and a generous scattering of candy pieces, yogurt-covered raisins, or sweetened dried fruit. That means every handful is a cocktail of excess sodium, added sugar, and oxidized fats, all of which can strain your cardiovascular system. For older adults, this combination can be especially harmful. High sodium can push blood pressure upward, added sugars can spike blood glucose and drive inflammation, and poor quality oils can irritate the lining of blood vessels. Over time, these effects add up, raising the risk of heart disease, stroke, and metabolic issues. Picture this. You grab a bag of deluxe trail mix from the grocery store, thinking it's a smart alternative to chips or cookies. But after a few days of snacking, you notice your rings feeling tighter or your ankles a bit swollen. Subtle signs that your body is retaining fluid from too much salt. Or perhaps you feel unusually tired mid-afternoon, a hint that your blood sugar has been on a roller coaster. The solution isn't to give up trail mix altogether. It's to take control of the ingredients. Make your own blend at home using raw or dry roasted unsalted nuts, unsweetened dried fruit, and perhaps a sprinkle of dark chocolate chips, at least 70% cacao, for a treat. This way, you get steady energy without the hidden cardiovascular toll. By rethinking your trail mix, you transform it from a heart hazard into a nutrient-rich snack that truly supports your health goals. And now, let's address one last category of nuts that can be deceptive. They're flavored to taste exciting, but the seasonings often hide more harm than help. Number 7. Artificially flavored and seasoned nuts. The chemical cocktail you don't need. Over the past decade, nuts have gone from simple snacks to flavor experiments. Walk down any grocery store aisle and you'll see options like smoky barbecue almonds, sriracha cashews, maple bacon peanuts, and dill pickle pistachios. They sound fun, but the truth is, these flavor coatings often hide a mix of additives your heart and overall health could do without. The problem isn't just the extra salt or sugar in these seasonings, though those are often sky high. It's also the artificial flavors, colorings, and preservatives used to make them shelf-stable and taste the same months after production. Many of these additives, while approved for consumption, can contribute to inflammation or digestive discomfort. For seniors, who may already be dealing with sensitive digestion or multiple medications, those extra ingredients can add unnecessary strain. And then there's the sodium factor. Some flavored nuts pack more than 200 milligrams of sodium per small handful, and that's before you reach for a second or third serving. Combined with high blood pressure, this can accelerate wear and tear on arteries, putting more stress on the heart. Imagine you're at a family barbecue and see a bowl of spicy habanero peanuts. You grab a few, enjoy the kick, and before you know it, you've eaten a couple of small handfuls. That's not just a burst of flavor. It's a flood of sodium, possible sugar, and a dose of chemical seasonings your body doesn't need. If you love variety, there are healthier ways to enjoy bold flavors. At home, you can toss raw or dry roasted nuts with spices like smoked paprika, cumin, garlic powder, or cinnamon, all without artificial additives or excess sodium. A light coat of heart-healthy oil, like olive or avocado, will help the seasoning stick and boost flavor naturally. By skipping the artificially flavored versions, you're giving your heart and your entire body cleaner fuel and avoiding the hidden chemical cocktail that can chip away at your health over time. Now that we've covered all 7 nut dangers, let's bring everything together with an empowering conclusion you can carry into your daily choices. When it comes to protecting your heart, the little choices you make every day matter more than any single superfood or diet trend. Nuts, in their pure form, truly are one of nature's best snacks, packed with protein, fiber, and heart-healthy fats. But as we've seen, the way they're processed, flavored, or stored can turn them from a friend into a quiet foe. The good news? You have full control. By choosing raw or dry roasted unsalted nuts, storing them properly, and seasoning them yourself with wholesome ingredients, you get all the benefits without the hidden harms. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Every swap you make is a small victory for your heart, your independence, and your quality of life. And those small victories add up to a stronger, healthier you for years to come. If this video helped you see your snack choices in a new light, please give it a like and share it with a friend who cares about their heart health. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple, science-backed tips. Until next time, take care of your heart.